T, you did such an amazing project. And wow, I cannot believe how much you made. Were you, were you shocked by like how many orders you got?
Yeah, especially like the okay, one of the reasons I got so many orders was because I'm in like JROTC, and we have a classroom for like the whole JROTC program, and it's like everybody in the whole school that's in like JROTC is like on the classroom. And my first sergeant Stucky, he posted about it like on the classroom, so everybody knew, and that's how like I got so many orders, and I was so thankful. So
Was it a little overwhelming to get too many? Like
yes,
too many? Yeah.
yes.
When you came up with the project, I actually thought what you were gonna do was you were gonna like take all these orders and then like whatever the orders are, it's gonna be like a list, and then you're gonna bake over like one weekend. And then you're like, no, no, I'm gonna be baking as I go along. And I was like, what? And
Yeah.
and then I saw you actually, play it out where, my friend was the first one to order a poyang, and she said
Mhm.
that like right away, like she was shocked because she thought it was gonna be like way later when you like fulfill the order. But like you texted her right away, like confirming her order and telling her that it's gonna be ready like tomorrow. And she was like, oh my gosh, like what do I do? How do I
Yeah.
pick this up? Because she lives like so far away from you.
Like say if they order when I was at school, as soon as I get home, I'll like look at the order and then I'll write it down like in my notebook because it's like just easier when I'm filling orders to like have it written down. So like just keep checking the computer, and then I'll text them, or like if they didn't put their number down, I'll email them and let them know like I got their order, the total, like what they got, and like when it would be ready. If they was like at school, I would try to like bring it to school the next day or like the day after that, like within like 24 like to 48 hours, no longer than that's like getting back.
You fulfilled the orders like in the next day or the next couple days. So
Mm-hmm.
you baked every day, every night. How hard was that? Like what was your schedule like with especially with school and homework?
Yeah.
Did you do any homework this month?
I had to do homework at school. It's like 'cause usually in my lunch periods, I spend them in like the auditorium, like with my friends. But I couldn't do that, so every day I had to like go to the library to do my homework during my lunch periods. And also, say if like I had like downtime in class, instead of like just like relaxing and like talking with my friends, I just had to like do work for other classes so I can like keep up.
Because of this extra pressure, you knew that you had to use every minute. T, every year you have to do a service project. And how is that as a Monster Scholar? Like with that pressure, like do you feel really stressed out every year that you have to come up with a project and do something? Like how is that from your end as a Monster Scholar?
I actually don't think it's too hard, especially because like most of the time I do have like people helping me, like my parents and my cousins and my friends. Cause like this is my first time doing a bake sale. Usually I just make lunches and pass them out to the homeless, and that was it wasn't really hard because it would be like me and my cousins. We would get up early in the morning, and then my mom would go grocery shopping the night before for the stuff, and then we would just get up in the morning and like just make lunches. And it wasn't that hard to just like make sandwiches and then like pack the lunches and put them in bags. Like that wasn't that hard. This year I just feel like I'm a senior and I feel like I need to like do something big because like I'm not like really gonna like be here like for that much longer. So first it started off as me wanting to raise money for like a women's shelter to buy period products, because that's
Mm.
like a big problem that women, a lot of women can't afford it, and it's like not free and you can like get it through government assistance. And then when I was looking through shelters, a lot of shelters weren't emailing me back, and then I was just like kept looking, and I found like a women's and children's shelter, and I was like this might be better to do because now I can like help children like and women. So I decided to do that. But this year it was really stressful and overwhelming. But I'm still like glad I got to do it. It made me feel really good. I saw like as I baked more, I would like to say that I was already good, but you can always get better at like what you do. So like the more I bake, every time like I made some, I saw like it get better. My chocolate cupcakes, cause at first they were like really flat, and I had a problem with them rising. So it was like
Okay.
really flat. It could be like kind of like sunken in the middle. I was just adding baking powder at first, but I added like a little baking soda and that helped like with the rising. And I think I had an extra egg to the recipe, and eggs also helped the rise. So I fixed the problem with my chocolate cupcakes. I never really use like frosting tips to make like the pretty frosting designs. I just use like a regular Ziploc bag and I cut the end off, so I just like use the frost. But now like I know how to use like frosting tips, and it looks way better.
We ate like way too many cookies and way too many cupcakes. Um, how did you come up with your recipes? Like which ones that you were going to do?
First, I do like look up recipes and then I make them. But like the ones I found online, they're never like kind of to my liking. So like it's kind of like a trial and everything. I like make them and then I like taste them like okay, like they might be dry. The next time I add more like liquids or like butter.
Oh, so now these are like your recipes. Like you've changed them so
Yeah.
that it's like yours. Okay. So you save them so that this is like it's gonna
Yeah,
be
I
like
wrote them down. I
tea.
have all my recipes and like off like all my baking and like cooking recipes written down in a notebook.
How was your kitchen while you were doing this? Like, how about like meals? Were you able to like to do dinner and did you
Mm-mm.
take over the whole kitchen?
Yeah, my
Yes.
mom was that's
Is
my
that your
mom.
mom?
Yeah, she was really mad because she couldn't cook anything because I was constantly like in the kitchen baking every day, and she was really upset because she was like, "I'm hungry, I want to cook," and she had to like keep like ordering out because she couldn't really cook. A few like nights, my dad had made like dinner for us at his house and bring it over because we couldn't cook. I was up like baking really late sometimes, and sometimes I got tired and didn't clean the kitchen after I was done, and she was like really upset, and she would wake up in the morning like, "Shauna, I told you to clean the kitchen before you go to sleep."
Thank you, mom, for the sacrifice. Hi.
Hi.
So, how about you, mom? So, when she came up with this idea, what was your reaction and
I mean,
what was your prediction?
I'm always listening to see, what she wants to do. And like she said at first, it started off with the homeless thing because she was terrified of homeless people.
That was
So,
that was
but
when I
I'm
first
just
started the
right. So I'm just
program.
saying that's why we were so
A
dedicated
couple
to
years
feeding the
ago,
homeless.
right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
that's
because
that's
I
that's
remember
how
you
that
saying that.
started off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that started off. So then, she's always a cook, and then she says she wants to be an aspiring chef. So we're playing with that right now. So when it started off, we was gonna have people to um
Oh yeah,
drop
we
off
was,
donations
and
at
then we was
first.
gonna give like the baked goods as like we were
Yeah,
like
the baked goods
gifts.
as a gift or as a token of appreciation.
We were gonna do like a clothes drive and like can
Yeah.
like goods and stuff at first, and then
Hmm.
I was just like gonna give the baked goods like when they came like to drop off the stuff. I
Right.
was gonna give like thank you, and then that's how like kind of
That's how
started
that
off.
started. Then it snowballed, and she said, "No, I want to bake." And I kept saying, "Baby, you sure? Like that's a lot. You're biting off a lot." But you always have to let them experience things for themselves. Because the more we try to tell them, they don't listen. She shocked me. We didn't get in our friends' orders because she had so many orders,
Yeah.
and she was so tired and exhausted. And I work, so at time I try to come in and help her and try to, I'm really, really proud of her.
But this kind of like kicked off my business. Like people like it let people know, and it plus like
Mhm.
showed them my talent and how good the stuff was.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
T. So, are you still doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You made $1,200 in high
Yes.
school, and
Yeah.
I am like so
In
floored.
such a short time, like only in like 3 weeks.
It was like yeah, three
Yeah,
weeks.
like 3 weeks, or maybe a little under 3 weeks. She was selling every day she came in. She's like, "Mom, I got this many orders," and they was steady coming in. And I'm like, "Oh my God. Oh my God." I was like, "Okay, baby, you look exhausted." Like some days my baby came in and she was just so exhausted.
Like how many hours? Like what was your day like? What was your schedule like?
Mm.
Okay, so like get up in the morning. Sometimes I'll have to get up early in the morning because it was too late to like finish the orders at night. So I have to get up really early and I was
So
doing
I'll
it.
wake her up at 5 instead of her normal
Yeah,
6 o'clock. I'll wake her up at 5.
yeah,
And she'll get up and she'll pipe all the cupcakes and stuff and
yeah.
put them down in the containers.
But most of the time it was just like me doing for after school. So I get home like about like 4.
Mhm.
Well, I was trying to get home like as early as possible, so I was getting home like 3:30. Sometimes like I was gonna like ride for my friends to like take me home or like Uber so I can get home really early. I'll
Until
start baking and I'll finish around like 10, and then frosting and packaging took like 2 hours, so like I'll get done like frosting packaging around 12.
And then I already heard you're like trying to do all your homework at school during lunch period, any break time, any free time. Like you used it to keep up with school. Were you able to keep up with school, or did you fall behind because of this?
I was able to keep up with school and kind of, except like in English, I had like a few late assignments, but I like talked to my teacher about. I already like struggle in English because I have dyslexia, so it's like really hard for me like to read and write papers and stuff. It's so I already struggle in English, but my sci-fi teacher, she's also an English teacher, so like just the way she like taught it just like made me understand, like, and it helped me. She gave me like full credit for the assignment. She didn't like grade
Oh
anything
wow.
like it was late work.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. So like 7 hours a day. You were baking 7 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I want to ask you, so as a Monster Scholar, right? What does that mean to you to be a Monster Scholar? Like does it really like matter to you?
I talk about like this all the time because like especially like me being a senior now and me talking about like college and stuff and like how like I'm like able like to keep up with like a lot of stuff that's doing. I always like mention to my friends like, oh, like my scholarship group like helped me with this, or they do this, or like they offer this, or they give me this and stuff like that. So I talk about like, and I say it like all the time, like MEF is more than just like a scholarship group. Like I don't think it's like any other one. Cause I feel like other ones are just like business, like you do this and you do that, and like that's it. But like I feel like you guys are like actually like a family to me. Like I feel like it's really close. Like if you ever need anything, or if I need to talk or something's wrong, I'm like I can always like text you and be like, oh Jen, like this is what's up. I need help with this. I'm like I don't know what's going on. It's like that, and you'll always be like willing to help, and I love that. Being a leader and not just like in the community for like just like in like my everyday life, helping up my friends, younger like scholars, like just younger people, like setting an example and stuff. And it also is like giving me like getting like many opportunities that I wouldn't get. Cause like I've met like a lot of people and I've like done a lot of things that I wouldn't done. Like not just like y'all giving us opportunities, but like y'all actually like being a family.
I'm surprised that you're saying that because I don't feel like we do much, T. I'm so touched that you would think that of us. And um yeah, no, we love you, T. I'm so proud of you. The fact that you were able to keep this like organized, like the amount of orders that you got and you were able to fulfill them in like 24 to 48 hours, like that is incredible. Like that's incredible leadership and organizational skills that you do have. So yeah, no, I am not worried about you at all. So can you share what your thoughts are now for post high school?
Um I used to like have like a set plan, but now like my plan used to be like take a like year off and like during that year take culinary classes and then go to school for like business and communication. And then I don't know, cause my like dreams were kind of like all over the place. I kind of wanted to be like a flight attendant at one point to like travel the world. So that's why I went to a communications degree because that like help you be like a flight attendant. Cause I don't want to say like I'm not interested in college right now, but like it's not really like something I like. So when I did apply to school, it was just like because my counselor was like, "Oh, I think you should apply here. I think you should apply here."
How
Cause I
about
had like
UIC?
my counselor.
Did you apply to UIC?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
How
trying.
about Champaign, like U of I Champaign?
Yes, my friend David told me like he was my friend David also he's like a big help. He's like telling me like what schools I should apply to. Yeah, I have him in law class. So like every Monday and Thursday morning, he's like, T, did you make sure you apply here? And deadlines are due, so you have to do it tonight. And I'm like, okay, David. And sometimes he even like texts me, like get on the phone with me, like while I'm applying stuff, so he can like help me because he already applied. He like
Oh,
did early actions like all the schools he wanted to go to.
who is this guy? I want to meet him. Oh my gosh.
David
Awesome.
David Range. He's president of the debate team, and he does a lot of stuff. He's like on the tennis team. He's vice president like of the senior class. Yeah,
Okay. And he's a good friend of yours. So how many schools did you apply to?
I feel like I'll pass to 7.
I was trying to get you to do it before you started senior year so you wouldn't have to deal with it, but I'm glad you had the support around you and it sounds like you did a great job. Um, I mean just one other option, just like especially if you want to do culinary classes or business classes, doing like city colleges like for free, that is a easy like easy go to. Like for sure you should at least take like a business class in a city college. Yeah, no, T, you have the brains and you have the drive to do it. So I'm glad you applied.
Pretty sure I want to take a gap year, but it's like a little voice like in the back of my head that might be like, T, like go to college, like you might as well. Cause all my friends, well, not all my friends, but like my friends are going. This like it's always been like my dream, like to like, oh, go to college with my friends, like FaceTime my friends, and we like in our dorm rooms, like, oh my God, look, we're here, we made it. I feel like if I go to college, it have to be like because I want to. If I do it for somebody else, I won't like I won't like have like my full attention span like won't be on what it needs to be on during college. So I am just trying to make sure like that's what I want to do.
One danger is some people like they take a gap year and they work, right? And they make money. They make like decent money, right? So it's really hard for them to give that up and then go to college later. And that's a little worry I have for you because you are talented, so you're gonna be like making money, but that at the end, having that college degree is gonna help you make more money later. And so just to have that foresight and just to have that and when it comes down to it, you'll be able to be a bigger influence, and God will be able to use you more. No, I mean, I can't say that exactly. We don't know, where God wants all of us to be, but you have the brains for it and you have the drive. So I really pray that's where God will lead you. So one of our dreams as you go to college is for you to become like to be part of a network of our college students, and to become like a big sister to some of our younger scholars. And we actually have a whole model where we started recruiting college students. We have a student from NYU, we have a student from Emory, Northwestern. We have a couple students from Northwestern, and we want to kind of merge. And some of them they're not former Monster Scholars. They're like people who like interned with us or like have just gotten to know MEF, and they are like paired up with some of our scholars. So, for example, Hannah in NYU is matched with Vincynthia, and so they meet online. You know, uh, once I don't know, once a month or once every couple of weeks, and they complete like a challenge together. And if they finish 5 challenges, then they like win like some kind of prize. So they can like win a hoodie or they could win a water bottle. And it's just a way for them to get connected with somebody. It's another like big sibling, someone to like, look out for you, and you can ask them for advice. Yeah, later on, you be the big sibling, you be the big sister for a younger scholar.
Yeah, I was a mentor through my JROTC program, like over quarantine. They paired us with let ones or like freshmen to like help them like figure out stuff about limb blooms, just like the JROTC. No, I loved it. And like gave me like a new perspective on like younger kids and like what they're going through. Cause like they had to start high school like online. Like I didn't have to go through that. I was in person when I started. So it was like much easier for me. So like just like helping them and like trying to like help them navigate and like helping them just like with classwork and stuff. It was like really cool.
So like overall, you feel like you're doing pretty good, T?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you were struggling a little bit during the pandemic, right? Was it
Mm-hmm.
hard? But then, like coming back into school, um, yeah, like how was that?
Um, Going back to school, like the first like few weeks, it was kind of like hard because like I just wasn't like I got used to like being at home and on like the computer, so not really like talking to people. So like at first I was like really anxious because like the classrooms were like really small and it was so many people in each classroom. You always have like the people who don't want to wear their mask, who just like walk around like they're like come sit next to you and put on their mask like, hey, how you doing? Like you do not need to take off your mask to talk to me. Like I can hear you perfectly with it on. And I was like kind of overwhelmed by everything, but I got used to it really quick. And I'm like really glad that we're back because like it helped me like learn better in person than like over it is. And the plus it's like my senior year. I get to like do like more active. I want to be like do as much stuff as I possibly can this year. So I was so glad that we went back because now like I can do like so much.
So I am so excited to go to your graduation. You better invite me. I went last year to Soldier Field. Anyway, I'm just so proud of you, T. Thank you for taking this time to talk with me. One more question, T. Are you willing to make cookies? Can we order cookies from you still?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, one of our church members wants to order. So I think she wants to order like a ton of cookies. Like I don't know, like 3 dozen cookies ish. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, good. But I will see you this Saturday
That's been my new normal. That's my new life. The people know me in the grocery store now.
Yeah,
They said,
doing the
"She's still
project.
like
yeah.
the lady at the grocery store was like, I want to order something. I said, when I come in here tomorrow or the day after, I'll let you know if you can order. She said, oh my God. She said, that baby is baking that much. I said, yes, ma'am.
She was going to the grocery store
every other day.
Yes.
I'm at the grocery store.
Right. I would
the lady
call her.
Me.
I was like, right before she got home, Mom, I need to go to the grocery store again. And she was like, again, Shauna? And I was like, yes, I'm sorry.
Have a good night. I will see you on Saturday. And send me your what's it called? Honestly, it could be any cookies too. You could just bake any like chocolate chip cookies. It's fine. Like 3 dozen chocolate chip cookies, and just bill me for it. So
okay.
Yeah, nothing special.
Thank you so much, Jenny. I definitely appreciate it.
Oh gosh, you guys are such an amazing family. Sabrina, like I love you. You're such a great mom. I have to learn.
Try.
I'm about to, my son is like driving me nuts, but
it's okay. Be patient. Just be patient and sit back and listen for your name. Sometimes I have to listen for my name and say, oh, okay. Even though we don't agree. Oh, okay. And we have to think about it. And tomorrow we'll come back with suggestions.
Wow.
Listen
for your name.
That's what I do.
That's really good. That's good. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Okay. Thank you. Good night, Jenny.
Good night.
Bye. Good night.